If any of you have been following my channel for any period of time, you would know that when a new camera comes out, I am fairly pessimistic, maybe a bit critical of any of the grandiose claims that comes from the camera manufacturers, or the perceived amazing benefits that somebody might get from an extra 5 megapixels in their camera, or a stop of dynamic range, or a 10 frames a second kind of stuff. But I think that's partly because all cameras nowadays are generally amazing. You can't really get a crap camera. However, there have been a few cameras in the time that have been what I would consider amazing cameras. So whenever they came out, they were game-changing. There's the Nikon D700. Oh, what an amazing wedding photographer's camera. Amazing high ISO. Then came the Canon 5D Mark II. Oh my goodness, you can do HD video. Unbelievable. And then from there, there's been lots of iterations that have enhanced those cameras in certain ways. And then Sony came out and have been blowing everyone away with their amazing sensors and their small compact cameras, with the Sony A7 Alpha 7 cameras. And I would say just now the A7 Mark III with its in-camera sensor stabilization, in-body image stabilization, full frame camera in that size of a package is an amazing camera. So I would say that's probably kind of game changer. But it's a game changer when it's an iteration of 3 generations beforehand. So it's not really that big a deal. But however, there is a new camera which I am absolutely amazed by. The GoPro Hero 7. And you're probably thinking, Dom, it's the 7th iteration of another GoPro. And you're right. However, this is just, it has blown my mind, like actually blown my mind. And not only mine, but anybody that's seen any of the video footage I've put on my Facebook or on my YouTube channels. People are just going, how is that possible? That can't be right. Are you using a gimbal? I've literally been going trail running with this in my hand, running down rocky hills over rough terrain, just in my hand, and the footage that we're getting is astonishing. Like people, generally the biggest comments are just like, how are you holding that? So here in this video here, you can see that's me. I'm literally running with the camera, not even in a case, not even with a handle, not with a gimbal, at 10 times speed, and we're getting footage which just doesn't look, like physically, like actually isn't possible with any other camera at the moment. So, and this was at 10 times speed. I was running for 20 minutes, and you can imagine most people would get tired, especially if you're carrying a big camera with a gimbal and all that kind of stuff. This video footage is literally not possible before this camera came out. The GoPro Hero 7 Black has got this thing called Time Warp. It's also got another one, which is like a time lapse, but with image stabilization done amazingly. It's also got hyper smooth for when doing normal video, up to 60 frames a second, where it's somehow doing image stabilization, but doing it, and it's doing image stabilization better than what my big Mac, which I'm recording on just now, my Mac. If I go into Final Cut Pro and I add image stabilization to like footage from the GoPro Hero 3, it would take 20 minutes to stabilize a 4-5 minute video footage at 1080p. This is doing it in real time. So as soon as I've finished recording, it's ready to view. How they have done that in this, I don't know. It's absolutely... There's no lens stabilization, there's no sensor stabilization, it's all in camera, and it is mind-blowing. Actually mind-blowing. So the quality, and also this one is coming out at £375. The GoPro Hero 5 came out at £400. The Hero 6, which is the one in between these two, came out at £500. The Hero 6 was this, with a bit better audio, a bit better image stabilization, a bit, and it was £500. This one is undercutting it by £125, and yet it has these amazing features of the time warp, the hyperlapse, And it's also got a thing called super photo, so you're getting HDR photos straight at the camera. It's so good that is making me want to upgrade my computer, because one of the things is the new video format that it records on when it's doing the very high quality stuff is H.265. That's just the name of the code that it uses. The previous one, which my computer uses, H.264, so it's using a new super code, super efficient code when doing super slow motion, or 4K 60 frames a second, stuff like that. And if you've got a computer which is older than 2016, or something with a Mac older than 2016, it just can't deal with that. So you can see on my actual screen here, all the footage has come in, all looking good, all my photos that came out of it looking great. But the 4K video and the 120 frames a second, the 240 frames a second video footage, that hasn't, it downloaded onto the computer, but I can't see it. There is a workaround where you use this thing called Handbrake, where it will transcode the video from the new super codec into the old codec if you want to edit on that. So that's something to be aware of if you've got an older computer, and you're like, hey, I can't see my video footage. It does even warn you on the screen on the back here. So yeah, this is what the features that it's managed to squeeze in here. I'm so impressed, GoPro. Your finances may be terrible. Your stock options are horrendous. But this camera is really actually amazing. Features which are not available in any other camera, and not just because of its small form factor, but because of whatever sciencey, geeky technicians you've had making the tech for the hypersmooth, the time lapse, the time warp video is amazing. Well done, well worth its money, and a bargain at its price. So here I'll just show you the unboxing of it and a couple of shots of the hypersmooth as well. Just amazing. Well done, GoPro. I commend you. Everyone, go buy this camera. If you're only going to buy one camera, this camera can do it all. Okay, so here is going to be the unboxing of a GoPro Hero 7. This is getting some pretty great reviews or comments from other YouTubers. And I am somebody who didn't bother getting the GoPro Hero 6. Didn't see much point in it. So I'm doing the big jump. I'm going from the jump from the Hero 5 up, Hero 5 Black, up to the Hero 7 Black. The Hero 5 has done me very well. I've enjoyed it. The audio was a bit crap from it. I didn't like the audio. The audio in the GoPro Hero 5 wasn't even as good as the GoPro Hero 3, which 3 Plus Black, which I also had. I think the audio in that one was actually better than the GoPro Hero 5. So we'll do some tests of the Hero 7 versus the 5 versus the 3 Plus Black, and see how it looks. But yeah, this idea of the hyper smooth, I'm quite keen to find out what that's like on if I'm going cycling or if I'm going for a jog. I'll also be using it with I've got one of these little handheld extendable tripods. It's not a gimbal or anything like that, just a little tripod which is quite handy. I think it's called a Stumpy or a Mini or something, and it's quite good to hold while running like that. So I'm going to test that section out as well. So let's see what comes in the box first. To open it, you do bingo. That's an easier way of opening than I thought. Don't need a knife. Liking that. Instructions, stickers, more guff. And inside, what have we got? We've got battery, handy, one sticky thing, one USB-C plug, and another curved sticky thing. Cool, let's get it charged up and see what it looks like. First thing I've noticed straight out of the box, it is pretty much exactly the same as a GoPro Hero 5 in terms of size and shape and everything, which is good because that means all the same accessories will work. Same thing at the side there, so no kind of changes there. One thing I'm finding a wee bit difficult is actually opening up the battery. My goodness, that is actually difficult. Ooh. Whew, that was tight. I wonder if that's to be more watertight or something. So to charge it up, we're sticking the battery in and then using the USB-C to charge up.